So I want to make a quick video talk about being in a position of leadership, right? And one thing I noticed, right, is that your image says a lot about you, right? The way you carry yourself says a lot about you, right? And my thing is, you always want to put off a good image, right? You always want to come off friendly, you want to come off friendly, you want to come off positive, you want to show a good image, right? Because you want people to approach you, you want people to want to be around you, right? So if you're in a position of leadership, you don't even look presentable, you don't even look friendly, you don't look like people could approach you. You look like, let's say you just look angry, mad at the world, or you look unprofessional as possible, right? How can you continue to grow in your position of leadership, right? So let's talk about it, right? So people judge people based on their appearance before they even get to know them, right? So one thing I'm gonna do, me personally, one thing I'm gonna do with like my athletes, right, and people that I mentor and stuff is that teach them that your presentation means a lot, right? So it's like, I don't talk the best, right? Because, I sometimes stutter on my words, or sometimes I don't say my words correctly. I'm still growing. Like, y'all don't flame me. But, yeah, so cussing all the time, right? That's a no-go, right? It's like if you, like, for example, me, I try not to ever cuss, right? Because people say, man, you really don't cuss. I'm like, why? What's the point of it? Like, what are you getting out of saying cuss words? It's nothing, right? Learn how to express yourself using real words, right? Learn how to say real words. Learn how to talk more professionally, right? Because let's just say this: if you're in a position of any kind of leadership, right? Let's just say you work with children, right, or youth, middle school, high school, elementary kids, whatever, right? And the parents, right, trust you with trying to trust you their child, but the parents see that at practice every word come out your mouth is a cuss word, right? Or you're a teacher, every word come out your mouth is a cuss word, right? Who in the world will want you to teach or coach their children, right? Or say let's say you're the doctor, right? And the person that's supposed to be taking care of you, every word that come out of your mouth is a cuss word. You're gonna be scared by, oh, y'all got this person taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like say you have a boss, right? And y'all at the job, right? Let's just say you at Target. You're supposed to be the boss of Target. You walk around the store, every word come out your mouth is a cuss word. Everybody gonna look at you crazy because you're supposed to be the boss. Like what? You get what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, just because you cuss, it don't make you cool. We need to understand that. Like, cut that from your vocabulary word. Oh my God, cut that from your vocab completely. It's a no go. Like, what's the point of it, right? The second thing, right? One thing I see a lot of people do is like, and I'm gonna be very, very strict on that as I grow and as I become a head coach one day, and teacher and every other thing, right? It's the sagging pants and stuff, right? It's just like, I ain't gonna lie, I just think it's stupid, right? That I see, other day, right, I was at the high school, right? And these kids, 17, 18 years old, they butt cheeks hanging all the way out their pants. I'm like, what is the point of that, right? Because think about this, right? If you're a man or you're a woman, you got kids, would you want your daughter, right? Would you want your daughter dating a guy who every time he goes somewhere, his butt cheeks hang out his pants sagging? You get what I'm saying? Like, no, you wouldn't. So why are you sagging your pants? If you, like, you gotta look yourself in the mirror, right? Ask yourself, as a man, would you want your daughter dating a guy just like you, right? Or if you're a woman, ask yourself, would you want your son dating a woman just like you? If the answer no, if you have to even think about it, change your ways. And it's just crazy because sometimes people be too delusional to change, right? And we got to understand that if we want to have a good life, we have to make the changes, right? We need to drop the ego, right? Drop the pride and make changes, right? Because those changes we really need to make them, because what are we doing? Seriously though, like what are we doing? Like, so think about this, right? You're doing all this cussing and your parents sagging. No one's going to take you serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Like, why would someone take you serious? You can't pull your pants up and put a belt on to keep your pants from falling, or you show your butt cheeks. How can someone ever take you serious, right? And the thing is, people tell me all the time is that I come off very friendly. I come off very energetic. So people love me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to be arrogant, right? People love me, but because of the way I come off, right? I look like a friendly person because I am a friendly person, right? I talk to everybody with respect. I watch what comes out my mouth. You get what I'm saying? So, like, just this year alone, right? This is my first year ever coaching, right? I recruited, me personally, right? Because, there's no, it's funny. There been times I went in public, right? I went to the grocery store. I went to like places like Hobby Lobby or other places, right? And I came across people at the high school I coach at, right? I came across people at the high school that graduated from the high school. They told me, they're like, man, if you was the coach, I would have came off a track back when I was in high school. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to talk to a girl that went to that graduated from the high school a few years ago. She told me, she was like, if you was a coach, I would have came out. Other people also told me that, right? Then on top of that too, when I was at the school the other day, I was talking to athletes, right? I mean, not athletes. They were talking to like regular people, like regular students, and they had no intentions to coming out for track, right? We had a 30-minute conversation. Next thing you know, they coming out for track now, and they excited to be out there, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you talk to people. It's all about the presentation you give off, right? Let people know that you mean business. Let people know that you are here to help them, right? But think about it. Let's just say I would approach the kids. I'm doing all this cussing and all this unappropriate talk, and my pants sagging, and I'm slurring on my words. Why would they want to come out for track? But when they see someone, you know, who give off like when they see someone that give off an image that, okay, this guy mean business, this guy really want to help me, right? They coming out, right? I came out like last week, I recruited like 12 people to come out for track just in one day. You know what I'm saying? The people that had no intentions of ever doing track, I got 12 of them to come out. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is with me is that I'm constantly working on my image, because I understand that, okay, when you got a good image, it can help you, right? When you respectful, it can help you. When you watching the words that come out your mouth, it can help you. So when you look at these coaches, right, who's not that good of a coach, it's not, most of the time it's not even about their coaching skills, right? It's about their image. I see coaches cussing out students and athletes all the time, right? I see coaches that don't look presentable. I see coaches that post inappropriate stuff on social media. That's another thing, right? When you are in a position of leadership, you need to really work on your social media platforms, right? Because students, athletes, right, that's interested in coming out for the sport, of athletes that's already on your team, right, can see your social media. Parents can see it. Administration and staff can see it. You know what I'm saying? But you over here on social media, you are followed to things that you shouldn't be looking at, right? I mean, I don't care what you're on your free time, but when you're displaying this to the public, you want to be presentable as possible, right? Because what if a parent, you know, come across your social media and you posting stuff you shouldn't be posting? Well, they ain't gonna want you. They wouldn't want you to coach their child no more, right? You know what I'm saying? What if a parent come across your social media and you cussing like a sailor? They wouldn't want their child. You know what I'm saying? Your social media says a lot about you, right? So if your social media unprofessional, and parents see you in public, and I see coaches' pants be sagging, right? I see coaches who pants be sagging. I see coaches who address the athletes like they their homeboys and homegirls. Like, no. You're supposed to have a totally different relationship with your athletes than you will with your homies, right? Especially if you're pushing 40 and 50 years old, you should not be talking to these athletes like they're your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for me personally. It's a little different because, you know, I'm more closer to their age, right? Because I'm still extremely young myself. But I see coaches pushing 40, 50 years old that talk to these athletes like they age and stuff, right? Like, no, bro. Like, get on it, bro. Your job is to help these athletes be the best them. I mean, yes, you can have fun with your athletes, but they gotta be a line drawn, right? And you wonder why. And you wonder why God not take you to the next level. You wonder why God not bless you with the thing you keep praying for. You haven't became the person that you need to be yet. For God to bless you, bless you in the position that you want to be in, right? You got to become the person that God needs you to be so you can be put in that position, right? And I understand that. That's why I'm constantly working on myself. I know I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But at the same time, I know presentation matters. I know the way you talk matters. I know your social media matters, right? I know all this stuff matters, right? The way you interact with parents, the way parents view you, the way students who are interested in coming out for sports view you. Like, say you're at your job, right? And people trying to come work at your job, but they see you and you don't give off a good presentation. You come off like you're an angry madman, a mad woman. They're not going to come work at your job, right? The best workers, you got the more money your job could bring in, right? Same thing with you. If you go on a job interview, your presentation sucks, they're not going to hire you. Right? We need to stop playing the victim mindset and say it's everybody else's fault. Maybe it's just our fault, right? You know what I'm saying? If you're not a good position, if you can't be in a position of leadership, it's your fault. Because you need to work on your image, work on improving who you are as a person so you can be in that position, right? Second thing we need to start doing. we need to be more like, I don't know what's the right words used, but help me out, right? We need to teach people, right? If we're in a position of leadership, we need to continue to help people understand how to be more gentleman like, or how to be more woman like, right? Like, for example, I just recently became a coach, but I see a lot of like athletes, right, or students keep putting their hands on women, right? Play fighting and stuff. I just don't think that's okay. Like, I understand if you dating someone, y'all like to play around, that's different, but just go around, just keep slapping and punching women, you thinking that's cute. That's not cute at all, right? And it's like the dads, right? The dads and the coaches. Y'all need to address these, these finna be young men that's not okay. Because say that, okay, this is the reason I say it's okay, right? Say that woman having a bad day one day, right? Let's just say you and her, y'all barely know each other, y'all cool or whatever, right? And let's just say she having a bad day one day, right? And you go up to her, you slap her, and you might have slapped her too hard. And she go to the office and said, you assaulted her. Guess what? You going to jail, buddy. You getting in trouble. All because you always got to put your head, like, no, like, all just because you want to put your hands on women, bro. Like, no. As you know what I'm saying, if you're in a position of leadership, especially of a young man, teach men how to communicate effectively with women without putting their hands on them. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to put your hands on a woman to show her you interested in her. That's stupid. You don't have to try to choke her to show you interested in her. You don't have to call her name to show you that you're interested in her, right? And as a coach or a father or anybody in a position of leadership, you need to correct this behavior, because that's abuse, in my opinion, right? That difference between playing fight with your girlfriend, right? And just, out here just putting your hands on every random woman. And dudes be thinking that's cute. Because I remember I was in the class, I told dudes over and over again, hey, keep your hands off these women. You know what I'm saying? Like, high schoolers, right? Middle schoolers constantly putting their hands on these women. Think about it, they learn this at a very young age. And obviously, they're not being corrected, because I asked them, are y'all in sports yet? Like, what y'all, like, what y'all coach doing? What's your dad? What are your parents telling you? What are your coaches telling you? You get what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, this all makes sense, right? Because when you, because end of the day, these are the young men and young women, right, that will be married one day, will have kids one day, right? But if these young men never learn how to talk to women correctly, right? These young men never know how to talk to women, not keep putting their hands on them. You think they're going to be a good father one day? You think they're going to have a healthy relationship one day? They don't even got good communication skills. You get what I'm saying? Somebody got to be the change. So if you're trying to be in a position of leadership, you need to step your game up and do better and learn better, so that you can help others. You can educate others. You can give others the knowledge that they need so they can do better. But yeah, that's it for the video. I ain't going to keep it on no longer. Stay tuned for many more videos to come. I'm out. Peace.